Hi everyone, I hope you all are great. Today we'll finish up our lesson under suffix. This lesson is gotten from the grade 9. It's the high school advanced writing. So first you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 9. The chapter suffix and the lesson will be words with able and able because we already did the first two lessons before. So we'll finish this up right now. Alright, so we will start now. A suffix can be added to the end of a base word. So, end of a base word. Okay, so that's when a suffix is added. Now, once you add the suffix to the end of a base word, it creates a new word. That's what we need to take note of. Okay. So whenever the suffix is added to the base word, it creates another word, a new word. Now the base word is like the main word that we know, like it's a word on its own. That's what we call base word. Okay, knowing the meaning of a suffix can help you determine the meaning of a word. So if you know the meaning of the suffix, it's easier to understand the meaning of the word. So we have the suffix able or able means able to, able to be. Okay, so able to be, that's what it means. All right, now for example we have this here, the visible, right? So this is what we have, this visible here, this is the word, and you can see the suffix added to the base word. So that means, what does it divisible mean? So that it stays in one place and doesn't fall apart, so that you can share with someone else. Now the able here, and able means what? Able to be. All right. So the answer would definitely be what? So that you can share it with someone else. So if something is divisible, it means that you can share it with other people. Okay, that's what divisible mean. So you have to take note the meaning of the prefix. It's very easy if you understand the meaning. It can help you get the answer or understand the question easier. Okay. So we have predictable. Now the base word here is what? Predicts. Okay, and then the suffix is able. So what does it mean? Where the sun will rise, or who will win the lottery. So it's very easy to predict where the sun will rise. Unlike the lottery, it's very difficult. All right, so we have which is more achievable. So what's more achievable? Running a mile in under 4 minutes or running a mile in under 7 minutes. So of course running a mile in 7 minutes is more relatable and achievable than running a mile in 4 minutes. Okay. So yeah. move on to the test now. You can share your answers with me if you know them. All right, so we have what is the benefit of a removable sticker? It stays securely in place. It doesn't have to stay in one place, which is the right answer here. All right, so we have it doesn't have to stay in one place. That's the benefit of a removable sticker. You can always remove it. So, which is predictable? Who will win the lottery or where the sun will rise? All right, so where the sun will rise is more predictable because it's very difficult to win a lottery. Okay, so which is more manageable? Finishing a week's worth of homework in one evening or finishing a day's worth of homework in one evening? Alright, so finishing a day's worth of homework in one evening is more manageable. Okay, so which activity is less likely to be described as pleasurable? Eating a delicious meal or washing the dishes after dinner? Alright, so we have washing the dishes after dinner is less pleasurable. Okay, so which item is not a collectible? An ordinary spiral notebook or rare comic book? What do you think? Okay, so we have what? If you say a rare comic book, it is wrong, but an ordinary spiral notebook is not a collectible. Okay, a rare comic book is actually a collectible. Okay, so which is more visible? Art store in your closet, artwork stored in your closet, or artwork hung over your mantle? All right, so we have. Which is visible? Artwork hung over your mantle is visible, not the one stored in your closet. Okay. So which is replaceable? Something rare or something common? So we have something common. Okay, so next up we have which item is more affordable? An inexpensive used car or an expensive luxury yacht? Alright, so we have an inexpensive used car. Okay, so which is more arguable, whether it's more fun to go to the beach on the mountains or whether Antarctica is warmer than the Amazon rainforest? All right, so we have the first one. Of course, we already know that Antarctica is like colder. So, what is reducible? Something that can be broken down into smaller parts, or something that can be broken down into smaller parts? All right, something that can be reducible is something that can be broken down into smaller parts. Okay, so which is preventable? A sunburn or thunderstorm? So preventable is the sunburn. You can apply sunscreen and it's gonna prevent that. Okay. So which is avoidable? Being fined for late library book or paying the taxes you own? So the one that is avoidable is being fined for a late library book. So you can avoid that. Okay. So we have which is solvable, a problem that has no solution or a problem that has a solution. All right, so we have a problem that has a solution is solvable. So which is usually adjustable, a belt or t-shirt? So what can we adjust? Okay, so a belt is adjustable. Okay. So which is measurable, the depth of someone's feeling or the depth of a pond? All right, so the depth of a pond can be measured, but the depth of someone's feeling cannot be measured. Which is profitable? One that makes more money than it spends, or one that is filing for bankruptcy? All right, so we have one that makes more money than it spends. So, which illness is curable? An illness that has no treatment or an illness that goes away after being treated? Alright, so an illness that goes away after being treated, that is a curable illness. Okay, so if a couple refuses to sell their car for only $5,000, which offer might be more acceptable to them? $8,000 or $3,000? Alright, so of course $8,000 would be better. Okay. So next up we have which is a more achievable goal? Running a mile in under 4 minutes or running a mile in under 7 minutes? All right, so we have running a mile in 7 minutes. Okay, that's it for our lesson on the suffix. If you haven't done it, please make sure you complete this later on. Can you tell me if you have any questions before we finish? All right, so since we have no questions, we'll end here for today. Have a good night. See you all next time. Bye.